Hi, and welcome to Geno's Picks. Yeah, I know, we're back in my apartment. And I know it's only the second time we've been in the apartment in 2 years, so I hope you will come to appreciate just how much work me and Joe put in to bring you these high-quality videos each week. Do not misunderstand me. I love some of the videos that I find myself watching each week. Friends of mine, Super Vegas 702, Sick Nick's Picks, and of course my good, evil, satanic puppet, Rash Dinkle. Love you guys. But hopefully you guys and everyone else can appreciate how high quality these videos are and how they need to be put on TV, especially when terrible sports shows like Sports Soup are on. Do not misunderstand me. The Soup is a great show. But look at how unoriginal TV has become. Oh, Sports Soup is just the soup with sports. No, Geno's Picks is original, okay? So is an evil satanic puppet. But anyway, let's get to it. 2-2 last week. Now I'm actually 18-18 overall. I know I said 16-16 last week is what it should have said, but it was a typo. So 18-18, and let's get to it, okay? But first, you know what really grinds my gears, aside from the Sports Soup? Oprah. I almost threw up this week. I never watch Oprah, but this week I actually got all excited to watch it. I put her on, and what do I see? Some horribly disfigured face. Oh, now, why did you lie to me? I was told that the woman who got attacked by a monkey was going to be on, so I got all excited to see Rihanna, right? Don't anyone bitch, okay? I do. I apologize to monkeys. Because monkeys are animals and they know not to hit their mates, okay? So why can't other people learn it? Now, why would a monkey hit its mate? It's not like female monkeys know how to cook. There's nothing to teach them. You get it? Stop it, people. All right, and now, Geno's Picks. My first pick. The Falcons are giving 1.5 to the Panthers in Carolina. Falcons are a solid team, okay? And I know the Panthers have been hot of late. And it's basically a pick 'em at 1.5. So, both teams love to run the ball, and why wouldn't you? Both powerful backs, D'Angelo Williams and Michael Turner, are showing the numbers they put up in 2008. Ask any fantasy owner. So it's going to come down to the QBs, right? Okay, you got Matty Ryan, Matty Ice, as they call him, and he's been solid all year. And on the other side of the ball, you got Jake Delhomme. Not so fast. I know he's been horrible up front, but over the past 3 games, he has not thrown an INT. Wow. So I guess you could say Jake Delhomme over the past 3 games has been harder to pick than a fat kid in dodgeball. But he's like that fat kid in dodgeball because eventually he's going to get picked. And when he does, the team that has him is fucked. People, the Panthers have been hot of late, but the Falcons have been pretty damn good for 2 years now. Take the Falcons, lay the 1.5. Boom. That's my Geno boom. My next pick, people, the Vikings versus the Lions. The Lions are getting 16.5 from the Vikings in Minnesota. I know, I've taken the Vikings all year for money. I know, I've taken the Lions to lose all year for money. But this game, I'm going to pull the reversal. Why? Because teams like Detroit, Cleveland, and Oakland this year are a lot like Madonna. The spread on them just keeps getting bigger and bigger until eventually you lose count of how many times people have put it in on you. I can't keep track of 17 points, people. The Lions are lousy, yes, and the Vikes are great in coming off a bye, but this is a divisional game, right? And what do we say here at Geno's Picks? Divisional games are like a relationship, and this week, the Vikes are going to treat the Lions like a gay lover in a domestic dispute. Even after you beat the shit out of them for 3 hours, you're still going to let them sneak in the back door at the end, aren't you? Do the Lions win this game? I doubt it. Do they lose by 17, 16.5? Doubt that too. Take the Lions, people. And the 16.5. And now for my lock of the week, people. Or as I like to call it, Jesus put me in the black. All right, the Broncos are giving 3.5, down from 4.5 to the Redskins in Washington. People, how bad are the Redskins? This week, Native Americans decided they were more embarrassed than offended by the Washington Redskins logo. In fact, given the chance, many of them said they would rather move their franchise to Oregon, where the new logo would be Lewis and Clark raping Sacagawea on a blanket of smallpox. God, I miss the revolution. Okay, so why is the line down from 4.5 to actually 3.5? Why is it going down? I think because everyone's looking and saying, look, the Ravens and Pittsburgh were Denver's last 2 opponents, and they beat the crap out of someone, let alone traveling on 6 weeks rest to an away game. People, I don't care. Nothing cures your woes and bad record like a trip to D.C., all right? The Broncos do seem to be coming back down to earth after their 2 losses. So now the question is simply, are they not as good a team as we thought? Are they ready for a monumental collapse? Or are they just a pretty good team that lost to 2 better teams? I think they're a pretty good team that lost to 2 better teams, but it's not for me to decide, people. The Redskins will take care of that. Because the Washington Redskins are like the swine flu. The only way they kill you is if you had a lot of fucking problems before it ever showed up. Does Denver have a lot of problems? No, they're just not as good as the teams they lost to, people. And the Redskins have a lot of problems because they don't have Portis or Cooley this week. People, take the Broncos in this game and lay the 3.5. Boop, 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 boop. See, that's a little lock. Which brings me to my Double Your Money Monday Night Betters. I like to call it, people, run to the bank like you stole something. The Ravens giving 10.5 to the hapless Browns. The Clownies, as many call them, in Cleveland. Yeah. The home dogs, Monday night. I know. But this is Cleveland, and they stink. How bad? Well, this week, they've gone back to Brady Quinn. Has he earned the job? No. It's just that he's actually worse than Derek Anderson, but he gets paid so much more. They need to be absolutely certain that he's worse than Derek Anderson. He will prove it this week. And anyone who cares about the difference between Brady Quinn and Derek Anderson, get a life. Because the quarterback controversy in Cleveland is like a tube of chapstick. Yeah. No one cares about it long enough to get to the bottom of it, and the few people actually do find out they've done nothing more than wasted 3 years of their life. The Browns stink whether they realize it or not, and they might actually want to lose to D-Man Genie the team. They have no heart. They have no shot. People, take the Ravens and lay the 10.5. Those are Geno's picks. Back in the studio next week. I got to go feed Tristy.